Welcome to FYI. Welcome to FYI. Good morning to each and every one of you. For your information, folks, it's February, the seventh day of 2024. Somewhere in Guyana, somewhere on social media, somebody celebrating a birthday today. I know a couple of folks celebrating a birthday today. I want to wish each and every one of you a happy birthday and a splendid day in general. Great day in general. Wherever you're joining us from this morning, great to see all of you on the live with us this morning already, bouncing on, rocking and coming from the various places you join us from. Isabella Butters is here, and Karen Mohammed has just showed up, and Julie G, Debbie Collins is here. Guys, we hope that you guys are well. We hope your day is off to a fantastic start. You've had good dreams. You're ready to hit the ground running now. Is it so? Good morning, folks. Good morning. Good morning. Camille Cox, good to see you. Camille and Anton and Kyle Bino, Patricia Graves, Andy Goodman. Good to have you here with us, each and every one of you, in the many places you're joining us from. We're going to take a quick minute to share the live and smash the emoji button ourselves at this end. It's Wednesday, folks. Wednesday, the 7th day of February. The time is running by. The time is running by. We got a lot to discuss this morning. We got a couple of things to discuss this morning. Happy to have all of you with us today. Love having you guys here with us. Great to have, love having you guys here with us. Starting the day with you wonderful folks. Yeah. That's the cream of it. Starting the day with good folks. Not grumpy folks. Starting the day with good people. Carrie McPherson, we see you there, and Tessa Waterman, see you as well. Joel McIntyre says, New York is in the house. I know we can't start it without New York, Elizabeth Howard. We can't start it without New York. We're happy that all of you are here. Each and every one of you, we're happy that you guys are here. And folks, we have Glenford Gordon with us. Forbes Meduse is here too. Forbes, good to see you. Good to see you. Glenford says, I stand with teachers. Is it so for all of you? Are you guys standing with teachers like Glenford is doing this morning? Jeanette Wong is here. Jeanette says she's joining us from Port Kaituma. Happy to have you here, Jeanette. That's Region 8, right? Remind me, it's Region 8. Port Kaituma. Good to have you, Magnell Barrow. Donna Crowder is here as well. Good morning, Donna. Gary Wong is here too. Good to have you, Gary, and all the other folks who are joining us this morning. Quite a few things to share with you guys. Let me pull my notepad closer. Valid and credible information. I want to get through some of the stuff we're following this morning. As we begin, folks, a lot happening. You all know we've been examining. What's the other thing? My Lord. I'm all sorts today. All sorts today. We've been following a number of things, folks. Welcome to our broadcast. I see we got Auntie Sandra Hanover with us. Auntie Sandra, how are you doing? I know lots happening in Essequibo. Lots happening in region what? My Lord, my geography is failing me now. Lots happening in region 2. How are you guys doing there? Lots happening in places like Maburuma as well. Region 1. Lots happening there. How are folks in Region 1 doing? Number of things. Joy Dotson, how are you doing? Region 1, how are you doing there? How are you, Joy, this morning? Yolanda and all the other folks joining us. How are you guys doing this morning? Trying to get my notes. There it is. And Sandra says she's fine. Only Sandra says she's fine. Happy to know. Irwin Don is here. Region 3 is in the house registering their attendance. Folks, we want to start you with the first 15. Do we have it? All right, we touch that. Should say move. Yeah, first 15 things. Look how much I'm in the way. Am I not? Lord, Lord, Lord. Always in the way. Always in the way. Yeah. Always in the way. I hope the guys can shift me over a little bit. Yeah. Always in the way. Guys, good morning. I hope you all are using the opportunity to make yourself, oh, boom. Power of television. The power of television. We start with the first 15, folks. The power of television. The first 15. Why don't we start there? The first 15. Great to have all of you guys with us this morning. Folks, I'm telling you, it's nothing short of awesome. Just being able to start the day with all of you. And we don't take it lightly at all. Love starting the day with some good folks. And wherever you guys are joining us from, know that we're grateful. Grateful to have all of you here with us this morning. Yet another day, folks. Yet another day. Fennel Innes, we see you there. And Debbie Collins, we see you there as well. Forbes, we see you there. Sheena Hazel, we see you as well. Karen, how are you doing, Karen? Yolanda Thomas out there in Region 11. Great to have all of you on the live this morning. The first 15 folks, the Guyana Public Service Cooperative Credit Union, it's quite a mouthful. The Guyana Public Service Cooperative Credit Union, they've approached the High Court again. You know, we told you some of what's been happening there. The Gang of Nine, they don't want to move on the way. You see, folks, they say power corrupts. Lord Acton says that, or said that. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Right. So they pulled the coup and overthrew the chairman and have taken charge. You know, that was the easy part, perhaps. The hard part is governing. The hard part is governing. Nobody in the credit union likes them. This Gang of Nine, nobody likes them. But they don't want to move out of the way. They don't want the will of the people of the credit union to prevail. And I've noticed the court has been exercising strategic patience, or in Don Cook calls it being power drunk. Power drunk. Strategic patience, Lynn Finance, with the Gang of Nine. So the folks have had to move. Imagine the members of the union got to be moving against the leadership because they're so out of touch. So out of touch. And so the court, folks, the court saying a number of things this morning, and they done yet another decision. Another decision. And giving the Gang of Nine of the Guyana Public Service Cooperative Credit Union, the GPS CCU, yet another reprieve to try to bring themselves into legality and into conformity. Will they listen, Glenford? Glenford, are they going to listen? Are they going to heed and yield? Are they going to? Who knows? The court is saying, however, that the special general meeting has to be held on or before the 10th of March. So giving them a little breathing room to correct course, because the Gang of Nine on the wrong path. Gloria Chester, they're on the wrong path, Tessa. Maxine Monroe, Abira, Debbie Collins, they're on the wrong road. The court says on or before March 10th, the special general meeting has to be held. Right? And it has to be chaired by the vice president, or vice chairman rather, of the Committee of Management, one Mr. Patrick Mentor. So the court now, because it has some officers there who are recalcitrant. Somebody remind me what the word means, just so I make sure I'm accurate. Who are obdurate. It's one of the whole dictionary now from Austin's bookstore. They're on Church Street. Recalcitrant and obdurate. Somebody remind me what recalcitrant is. Recalcitrance. The court has to now says, have to now say, give them a little space. Gloria Chester, a little breathing room. The 10th of March. Mind you, let me get to the end. Let me show you the credits rolling up. The court says failure to observe its decision can lead to these persons, the gang of 9 at the Guyana Public Service Cooperative Credit Union, being held in contempt. Gloria, union members, that is what it says. Tag a union member if you know, a member of the Guyana Public Service Cooperative Credit Union. If they're on, tag a member. I'm telling you what the court says. They can be held in contempt, Donald Joseph. And it comes and says they're defiant. True and correct, Annette. Right? A little part of me wants them to continue to be defiant. I'll tell you. A little part of me says, oh God, y'all be defiant, man. Continue on your channel. Karen Van Slytman Corbett, oh, y'all carry continue on your path that y'all are on. German Hermanstein, continue, man. Yeah. I myself can make it a day to carry some food for them at Camp Street or wherever the holding prisoners now. Just to make sure it is them. Recalcitrant, obstinate, uncooperative. I wasn't far off, was I, Mark? Thank you, guys. Recalcitrant, right? Uncooperative. That's what it says. Uncooperative. Yeah. Yeah. Uncooperative. Right? Uncooperative. That's what it says. That has been the board. That's how they're operating. So you don't got no real good faith happening there. But you know, folks, I'll say this. The court is going to do what the court is going to do. The court's going to do what the court's got to do. That's what's going to have to happen here. And then who vex? Who vex? Because we see the court giving them some time and giving them some leeway to fix things by saying by the 10th of March, Debbie Collins, Nero DeJean, they got to hold this thing. In addition to that, the court is also saying that Adiola Griffith, good morning, Adiola Griffith, Chief Executive Officer of the union, Adiola Griffith, right, has to ensure that they have monies to execute this event. And the court says, because of the scale of the operation, they have to ensure that $17 million is set aside, put into a special account to facilitate this special general meeting. You know, sharing the court dealing with, so they got to give them step by step. It's children they're dealing with. And so when you can conduct your own affairs, then the law has to step in and ensure that things go right. The court says this sum of money, $17 million, must be set aside. And the plan dated the 10th of January, attached to this application herein, executed in the holding of this special general meeting. Good. That's what the court says. It goes on in this decision to state who must spend this money, who must have responsibility for pulling this meeting together. It names Trevor Ben and Patrick Mentor and Rajday Jaggernaut as folks, it says, has the authority, right, to utilize the funds and so forth in the execution of this special general meeting. Yeah. Will they comply? Will they comply? Like I want to keep going down the road in this manner. Will they comply? Because the court says if you fail to comply with the terms of this order, you will be in contempt of court and may be liable to imprisonment. I like this part. Or have your assets confiscated. You may be liable to imprisonment, Eric Williams, Deborah Mitchell. Debs, how are you doing this morning? Or they're going to be subject to have their assets confiscated. So let them continue in this recalcitrant manner. Let them continue to be obstinate and obdurate. Oh, we swallowed the whole damn dictionary this morning. Loretta Argyle. Lock them up, Lester Tom. Lock them up. So you'll continue. What is the motive behind this hard-headedness? This thing don't belong to us. Lyndon, Laverne, Edward, Yolanda, don't they know by now this world is not our own? We're just passing through. It's not ours, but they believing it's so. Somebody died and bequeathed this union to them. It is their inheritance. It's the birthright. How they hold on tenaciously. I'm quite surprised by some of these folks. Quite surprised by some of them indeed. You know, some of them were elected with Mr. Ben. Elected on Mr. Ben's team. You know, they utilize a reputable firm overseas to facilitate some of the online processes. And now these boys say they didn't trust that firm. And that's why we see them contending. Malini, Mark, Kishan. That's what we're seeing. Oh my God. Oh my God. Why are they being like this? All right, folks, so we're going to keep looking at that to see where that goes. How it progresses and how it proceeds. Wow. We're in uncharted territory. And wow, to the Guyana Teachers Union and this massive strike action. Just wow, Waveney Dorres, Roy Garraway and Everett Leonard, Maxine Monroe. Just wow. Wow. Maxine says it's Austin's bookstore moment. Recalcitrant, obstinate, obdurate. That's what they're doing here. Folks, I love me some ebooks. Love me some audio books. But I still love the feel of a normal book, a book in my hands. And one of my favorite places always to touch base with Austin's. So you know the strike is on the way, folks. And then boy, come out yesterday, come out on Monday. The government saying that the strike is illegal. And then a wicked and vindictive act. Wicked and vindictive. Look at what we saw yesterday. The legendary Adam Harris helping us with this story. Take a look.
The strike called by the Guyana Teachers Union entered its second day today, and there was retaliation by the government. The first response was that the strike was illegal. The second response was to disregard the agency shop agreement. The agency shop agreement allows the government to deduct union dues from the teachers and pay them into the union. Yesterday, the government announced an immediate end to this agreement. Norris Twitter, the Guyana Trades Union Congress, was with the striking teachers this morning.
In relation to the withdrawal of the agency shop arrangement, this represents the height of wickedness. It is devilish. It makes Satan appear to be an angel. This is vindictive.
He said that such acts should strengthen the teachers' resolve. The government is also seeking to politicize the issue, according to
They are
Ritter.
playing the risk card with the hope of alienating the Indian workers, who they presume are the supporters, from the industrial action. What one would expect that a sensible, intelligent, caring government would have by now invited the officials of the GTU.
It also addressed the government's contention that the strike is illegal.
Or the defense that they have advanced in categorizing the strike or characterizing the strike as being illegal is one that flies in the face of industrial relations theory, practice, norms, in the face of all the instruments, legal and otherwise, whether it be charters or conventions.
And the teachers already appear to have a solution. They began chanting, "You take away the Jews, MMG will work. You can't kill G2U no matter what you do." General Secretary of the Guyana Teachers Union, Coretta MacDonald, joined the teachers again today.
We have to tell the minister that we will find ways and means of remitting our Jews to the GTU.
That's correct.
When the workers from Gau struck, nobody took away the Jews from Gau. And so this is high-class wickedness.
Yes.
But we want the Minister of Labor to understand, and by extension, the President to understand, that when you mash GTU, the confusion will start.
She vowed to close all the schools across the country. Ms. MacDonald said that the PPP government feels that it can trample on the rights of people.
And you know what? These are the very people who were shouting in Parliament during the David Ranges of administration that collective bargaining must be returned to the table. And now that they're in government, they have returned to their old selves, oppressors, a set of oppressors. But you take away the Jews, MMG will work.
Welcome back, folks. That again was a report by Adam Harris walking us through some of the major issues of yesterday. And the parliamentary opposition has come out since saying that they're in solidarity with the Guyana Teachers Union and teachers nationwide in this strike action. And I love part of what the statement of the parliamentary opposition reads, saying that it fully understands the challenges that our teachers are facing, and the parliamentary opposition is morally outraged by the injustices meted out against our teachers by the current regime. The statement goes on to say that, rest assured, love this part, rest assured that the rights and welfares, that the parliamentary opposition is committed to reversing all punitive measures instituted by the PPPC. Taking office forming the next government, all of these punitive measures are going to be reversed. Correct is right. All of the punitive measures are going to be reversed. Put that in your pipe. Put that in your pipe. Full stop. The statement goes on to read that the parliamentary opposition recognizes the importance of collective bargaining. Like this. Recognize the importance of collective bargaining and will respect legitimate representation of teachers through the Guyana Teachers Union, the GTU. It is unacceptable, the parliamentary opposition says, that the Ministry of Education has neglected the union's concerns and attempts to undermine the duly elected representatives of the Guyana Teachers Union. That is precisely what they're seeking to do. And this whole notion that, oh, the strike is politicized, it's being rubbished. Rubbished. How wicked you got to be to cease transmitting the union dues from the teachers to the union. That agency shop agreement, they fling the outside because it doesn't suit their purpose now. When they're outside, they say one thing. The inside, something totally different. Same old PPP. That's what folks are saying. The same old PPP. Well, the alliance with change is taking exception to them not transmitting the union dues, not transmitting the deductions for the GTU to the union. It says it strongly condemns this. The Alliance for Change condemns this announcement that government will not act as an agent and deduct the union fees from the wages and salaries of teachers who are members of the GTU. Wickedness knows no bounds, knows no bounds. The party stated that it considers this a deliberate and vindictive response to the teachers' strike that is currently underway. Vindictive and deliberate and vindictive. How do you guys view it? Another part of the statement, remember, they've been talking about this whole thing being politicized. The current government, always want to use brash and rash words to describe them. But this government, in the AFC's word is duplicitous, hypocritical, duplicitous and hypocritical. Let's just add those two to our vocabulary today. Hypocritical and duplicitous. Because the Alliance for Change is reminding the nation in this statement they put out recently that the PPP government has conveniently forgotten that the president of the Guyana Agricultural Workers Union, GAWU, has always been a PPP member of parliament. They forgot that. Let us be honest. Let us be honest. The PPP government has conveniently forgotten that the president of the Guyana Agricultural Workers Union has always been a member of parliament. So why is this thing about Quentin MacDonald is a member of parliament and thus the strike is political? Here is a statement from the Alliance for Change reads. The late Kamal Chan, God rest the dead, served for 32 years in the position. 32 years in that position. And now, the current president of GAWU, C. Paul Narine, is a member of parliament as well. And the head of the union, Coretta MacDonald, is the general secretary of the Guyana Teachers Union. And the hypocritical, duplicitous PPP, seeing because of that fact, oh, the strike is politicized. I hope the teachers understand what's happening. I hope the teachers understand that Kamal Chan served for 32 years as member of parliament and head of the union, and people didn't have a problem then. They didn't think the several strike actions, according to the AFC, were somehow political more than they were industrial. Yeah. The Alliance for Change says it is alarmed that at government's failure, to uphold the right to legitimate protest, the individual's right to strike, right? And it has concluded all the actions, all signal the death of democracy in PPP's Guyana. That's what the Alliance for Change is saying this morning. How is it hitting you guys out there? Kyle Bino and Debbie Collins, Siobhan McDonald, Everett Leonard, Whitney Doris, how is it hitting you guys out there? Andrew Griffith, good morning, Andrew. Rosanna and Marcy Agard, how is it hitting you guys out there? So the parliamentary opposition said this in solidarity with the teachers, and then the Alliance for Change takes exception with the deducting of union dues, the government not transferring the union dues of teachers to the Guyana Teachers Union. Yep, that's what the party says. Look, sorry now. Priel says that since 2020, wages and salaries have gone up for teachers. Right? Still, they can't buy Gucci bag. That's the difference. Still, they cannot buy Gucci bags and so on. Please and thank you. Still, teachers want nice time too. Not so. Teachers want nice time as well, appearing on the National Communications Network, NCN, recently. They said, oh, they've met the union on a number of issues. All problems are solved, apparently. Take a look and take a listen.
Education Minister Priya Manik-Chan recently appeared on the National Communications Network, NCN, stating that the Education Ministry, through the ruling People's Progressive Party civic government, has already met the demands of 21 items laid out by the Guyana Teachers Union, GTU, to make the lives of teachers better. Her comments came in light of the strike actions taken by teachers who have heightened their calls for better wages. The government has entered a multi-year agreement, though there is no obligation to do so to meet these demands, Manik-Chan said.
We came into office in 2020. We were given this document for a multi-year agreement. First of all, there's no obligation on the part of the government to do any multi-year agreement. Bharat Jagdeo, as president, and in his wisdom, with a view to serving teachers, entered into a multi-year agreement with the Guyana Teachers Union to serve the teachers of the country. And that has been renewed and renewed over and over again. And new things added and so on. But what we did here, when they gave us that, it had 41 demands. 41 demands that the GTU said would be, if you grant us these things, teachers' lives will be better. So that's what they said in writing. I have it here. If you give us these 41 things, teachers' lives will be better. We have met 25 of those demands.
In addition, she stated that the government provided in total 28 other actions to better the lives of teachers. According to Manik-Chan, the strike undertaken by the teachers is considered illegal because the GTU had signed an agreement in the 90s that they will not strike, and there is the concept that talks must be broken down before strike actions. She also added that teachers are considered essential workers.
Some countries, teachers aren't allowed to strike. They're considered essential workers, and their entire law is built around that. Teachers, nurses, doctors, armed forces, and so on. Because, and in our country too, GTU has signed an agreement with the Ministry of Education since 1990 that they will not strike, they will not sit out. And the purpose of that we have those rules is in the world is because These are services, essential services that deal with vulnerable populations. In the case of a nurse, or a doctor, it's people who are sick. In the case of teachers, it's children who need supervision and guidance and teaching and so on. And so that's why those rules came about. And as Joe said, to have initiated this process, talks had to break down.
Teachers has taken to the streets in protest, which can go until the Ministry of Education meet with the Guyana Teachers Union to have one common ground on a salary increase.
Yeah, folks, welcome back. It's the ease at which this administration can tell these lies. It's the ease at which, look, it seems to be okay when there's strike action and the PPP is in opposition. It seems to be okay. Strike is nice when, teachers were standing out there and calling out Nicolette Henry as Minister of Education. Right? Nicolette is a wild hog and we want she. And when the boot is on the other foot, oh, they cry foul. Suddenly teachers not supposed to strike because of some arrangement since 1990. People can't even hold to their promises of a 50% raise for public servants that they made yesterday. But they want to look to 1990 and say the teachers should hold on to that. If that is so, if that is so, it's just ludicrous. Just ludicrous. But here is where they're pouring the money. Everyone says they're building a refinery, sugar refinery. And the LBI has stated they closed in 2011. Right? I thought we closed every sugar estate that ever existed in this country. Who closed the diamond estate? Who closed LBI on the East Coast? They recently folded up the packaging plant from LBI, took it to Rose Hall, millions of dollars to do that. Whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to that? Now they're bringing a sugar refinery, they say, at that site. Oh, you can find money for that. Rastaman, Yolanda, they can find money for that. But on the issues that really matter, like the welfare of our teachers, no interest there. No interest whatsoever. See, that's the challenge. So money could go for that, but in other things, where all the soil money going? Where's it going? ExxonMobil is telling us they're going to be drilling 7 new wells this year. This can probably add to the 4,000 wells we already discovered. Oil finds we've had. 7 new wells are going to be drilling this year. That aside, these 7 wells aside, whether they find oil or not, we know we've found oil, on a lot of wells, plenty wells. Where's that money going? Why can't we pay our public servants well, our teachers, our policemen, the armed services? Why can't we pay them well? Why can't we do that? No, it's not for y'all. It's not for y'all. 7 new wells are going to be drilled. And nobody in this country, no citizen, backflips over these announcements anymore. Because we've seen so many of them. Oil find. Hey, oil found there. Oil found here. But the lives of citizens are never really bettered. And never really bettered. That's one of the challenges we have. What's happening with all this money and oil? Another delay. Another delay. Alistair Rutledge, the Guyana head for ExxonMobil Guyana, the head for ExxonMobil Guyana, says that the artificial island, you remember the artificial island, is who own it? At the mouth of the Demar River, is who own it? That artificial island, they say, that's going to be a shore base constructed up to the tune of 300 million US dollars. It's not ready to be handed over as yet. It's not ready to be handed over. They got some delays. Well, we're becoming accustomed to this now. Project delay after project delay after project delay after project delay. We're kind of getting accustomed that this is the modus operandi of this regime. They like to say mission accomplished, promise delivered, soon as they launch something. But watch to see how they're going along. Another project delayed. $300 million to construct the artificial island out there in the Demar River. But how it going? Delayed. That's how it's going, folks. That's how it's going. As we wrap up, we see the government trying to get a massive French vessel to patrol Guyana waters. How much is that going to cost us? As we run money. How much is that going to cost us? We love the fact we have our territorial waters being surveilled like this, being manned like this. Massive French vessel, they say. How much that's going to cost us? How much is that going to cost us? By the time we come out from Brazil, where the next meeting is going to happen between Irfan and Maduro, the French vessel gets here, it's another meeting someplace else. We ain't solving problems, you know. We're kicking them down the road. Kicking them down the road. Alan Bennett said I just paid $5,300 for a bottle of cooking gas. $5,300. I remember the days not so long ago cooking gas was $3,500. 36. Look how much we got to pay now. We got to go back to coal pot soon. God forbid. A man has been found in a drain, they tell us, at Bush Lot. What's going on here? Every day, coupled with the high cost of living, this is what we're seeing. People turning up all over the place. Shamnarain, Narang, 61-year-old of number 56 village under quarantine, was found partially submerged in a trench. What a way to die. In Bushlot Farm yesterday morning. What a way to die. Drupati Narang, his wife, told police that her husband suffers from seizures when he consumes alcohol. Again, Shamnarain's body was found in a nearby trench. Yep. Thoughts and prayers with them. University of Guyana is telling us that more investments are needed from the government and the private sector as well. And those investments would be much appreciated. Much appreciated. Oh, I love my alma mater. You know, already know what happened with the gold scholarship and the $4 billion they're sending gold's way. My God. Look what we're doing to ourselves. The lacerations. Right? You see why we can't leapfrog into the future? Because these are the lacerations we commit on ourselves. You're trying to build something here, they shift the focus so. You're trying to go down the road so in a positive way, they want to go back in that direction. Guyanese everywhere, we can't build a country like that. University of Guyana is our national institution. Now goal. University of Guyana has an online program. And all that fund could be channeled to make the online platform at UG even better. Building is hard work, you know. Breaking down, destroying is easy. 50 odd years as an independent nation, we're coming up on another observance. But what we got for show for it? We big only in age, but to conduct ourselves properly, that's the hard part. That's the real hard part. To conduct ourselves with maturity and decency, that's the hard part. Those of you who plan to be outside later on, the Hydrometeorological Office here in Guyana has some warning for you guys that another wave of the Sahara dust is going to hit later on today into early Thursday, the 8th day of February, today being the 7th. So you might want to look out for that in case you're going to be out tonight trying to paint the tongue red. You might want to look out for that Sahara dust. It's been with us, but they're predicting that it's going to have a greater intensity later on today into the evening. If you're going out this morning, I would suggest walk with your mask. just in case, walk with your mask. For this government and the Hydromet office, you just never know. You just never know. You're going to be out, folks. Walk with a mask. Please and thank you. Walk with a mask. We hope to see you guys out there on the protest line this morning. Another day, day 3, folks, of the Guyana Teachers Union protest, that we return to collective bargaining. You know, that we return to treating teachers as they ought to be treated, with a high level of respectability. All teachers need their Louis Vuittons, you know. That has to be the stage to where we get the standard to which we strive. You know, let all teachers be created equal like that. Not just some, all teachers. Please and thank you. Right? Let it be said, all created equal in that manner. Oh, working for somebody can't work for others. Looking forward to seeing you guys on the front line. Beatrice and Waveney Doris, Rena Cummins, Vashti Magnon. Vashti, how you doing? Good to see you on the live. Please say hello to Rupert for us. Kyle and Paulette. Beatrice Selby is here with us as well. Waveney Doris, we see you too. Andrew, have a fantastic day. And you're welcome. Magnell, we see you too. Veronica Primo Rollins, all the way there in Atlanta. We see you. Brenda Moore, we see you. And, you know, thanks to the folks who've been sending us information privately and what's happening, what you're hearing at your end. Thank you so much. It means a lot to us. Edward and Vashti and all the other folks. Now it's going to do it for us this morning on our time here with you guys. Stanley, we see you there. Maxine Monroe, we are heading off to the protest line, guys, and we hope to see you out there on the front lines. Stay safe. Veronica Primo Rollins, Kyle and Waveney, we see you. Edward Brooms is here too. Good to have you, Edward. Great to have you, as a matter of fact. Yep. Good to see you, Beatrice. Beatrice says she's back in Queens, New York. Happy you back on home territory. Home court advantage. Keyboard up, we see you, Keyboard. Yolanda, how are things at your end? Region 11. Gail Alicock, we see you there as well, Gail. And, of course, Vashti and Sharon McPherson. Amabel Clement, we see you as well. Folks, it's a privilege being here with you guys. Thanks for spending this time with us. The hundreds of you that tune into our broadcast on a daily basis. Marcy Jackman, we see you there too. Margot George, how are you doing, Margot? You realize I'm sticking around a little bit? Good to see you, Margot. Beryl Crawford, we see you as well. Jennifer Bob, we see you too there. Jennifer. Isabella Butters, we see you as well. Wendon, Vashti. Folks, I did tell you we're planning a meetup with you guys. I'm hoping we can do something as we approach these holidays we got coming up, these milestones, you know, so look out for that. Look out for that. We want to see you guys face to face. Stay safe.